Hello there heroes, I'm the Orange Ranger and welcome to a bonus video here on ORV. I am very grateful for YouTube, this special platform that has allowed me to make videos about something that I really love talking about, Power Rangers, and to build a growing audience. Now, before I get started, I do want to say that while I am going to deservingly talk very highly of YouTube in this video, I do still have some issues with them, most primarily their handling of the Content ID system. But while I'm not too happy about that, while there's still some issues there, overall I think they are a growing and excellent video platform. As most of you already know, this channel recently hit and passed 10,000 subscribers, and when that happened, it seemed to catch YouTube's attention. For those of you who aren't content creators on YouTube, when you are, you get a small little dashboard on the right side of your channel page with tips, tricks, notifications, etc. When my channel hit 10K, I noticed a new one pop up on that list. Join Content Lab. Now, at first I figured that this was going to be just another one of their online classes. I'd already taken several because I'm willing to learn basically anything YouTube wants to teach me. So I was really surprised to learn that this was actually live and in person. Content Creator Labs are held in several hub cities across the United States where Google has offices, and they gather creators with channels of similar sizes to help you learn how to make those channels grow. I am going to be making a vlog about traveling to the event. Unfortunately, that vlog is not going to be about the event itself, and there are two main reasons for that. Number one, as I'm sure you can imagine, Google was a little bit touchy about us actually recording at the event itself. And number two, even if they were totally fine with it, I had this great idea to record what I think is going to be this really neat long driving shot that I'm going to fast forward, just cruising down the highway. And I filmed that on my phone, and it totally destroyed my phone's battery life, so my phone was next to dead by the time I made it to Atlanta. So instead, I'm making this video to tell you guys about what happened at the event itself. However, one of the things that did happen is that I was lucky enough to be selected to test this brand new YouTube brand television. You see right there, YouTube. YouTube is now making televisions. I think this is pretty neat. This thing is specifically designed to be used with YouTube. It's got touchscreen controls that help you browse channels. There are buttons on the remote that help you like videos and share them and leave comments. I think it's just a really neat piece of technology, and I'm really looking forward to putting it through its paces. Alright now guys, be honest with me. How many of you paused the video right there and ran over to Google to look for YouTube is making TVs or something like that? Gotcha! They were actually giving out stickers at the event, and I thought it might be fun to just slap one over the brand name on the TV here, and voila! YouTube TV! Anyway, moving on, when we signed into the event, we were assigned to teams based on the color of the post-it that they stuck to our guest pass. I'm guessing that the assigning to teams was kind of done randomly. I didn't notice any kind of correlation between the topics of the channels at my table or the sizes of the channels at my table. We were asked to come up with a team name, but they asked us another question at the same time, and we kind of focused on that and forgot about the team name thing. A little later on, I kind of just eventually decided for us that we were all from the South, so we became the Southern Rangers. The main focus of the event was teaching us how to make our channels better by helping us think like channel consultants at Google. We took on that role for a day, with each group picking a channel from a list that we were provided. All of the channels on that list were 100% real. The channel that we selected is called One Lonely Farmer, and he's a farm vlogger. And I'm serious, that channel is 100% real. Pause the video and search YouTube for it right now. One Lonely Farmer, one word. You'll see that it's real. So once we had our channels selected, we went through a series of exercises looking at how to make those channels better. I'm not going to give away the big Google game plan and go over what each of those exercises were in detail, but you know, we were looking at stuff like the titles of their videos, how well they communicate with their viewers, the quality of their thumbnails, things like that. Once we had run through all the exercises, we had to come up with a creative pitch to the channel's creator on how to make their channel better. And it was there, I humbly say, that the Southern Rangers stole the show. We decided that the best way to communicate with a farmer is through something that they're already pretty familiar with. So we took the ditty Old MacDonald and turned it into a song about one lonely farmer who has a channel on YouTube. To me, that was actually the most fascinating part of the event because it was like being inside YouTube the second something goes viral. The room exploded in laughter when we did that UTUBE line. And even after another group presented, people were still singing to themselves, on UTUBE. We each got a vote with our colored post-it notes at the end for our favorite presentation. Can't vote for yourself, of course. And the Southern Rangers won easily, which really humbled and surprised me because there were a lot of other great presentations. For that, each member of our group won these really nifty little YouTube play button pillows. But that wasn't the only swag I got at the event because that was not my only victory. One of the lessons they wanted to teach us at this thing is to always think ahead and be prepared when it comes to your channel. They taught us this by springing a surprise contest on us, totally unannounced. In 30 seconds, fold a paper airplane behind your back. I actually thought I was done from the start. This is my plane right here. I'll bring it closer to the camera in a second. And while the front of it is pretty good, I thought I really messed up the back. But something in this plane's design gave it a neat little tight spiral flight, and it went the farthest, both in the initial throw and in the head-to-head championship toss. For that, I won what's actually a pretty neat, if somewhat understated in style, Google mug. Google is actually etched into the mug right here on the front, and it has kind of a neat black bumpy texture on the bottom. But to be honest with you, the neatest piece of swag is something that everybody got just for attending. This is a YouTube labeled USB power base. So basically this thing can be plugged into a powered USB port, like a laptop that's plugged into power, for example, and charged up. Then I can toss it in my car or in a suitcase when I go on a trip, and if my phone or something is about to die, this will charge it right back up. These are really awesome to have, especially if you vlog with your phone. I mentioned at the start of this video that I killed the battery on my phone by vlogging, so this would have been really nice to have going in. On UTUBE. In the end, this event was a real blast. I'm really glad that I went. They fed us a pretty good light breakfast and actually a really good lunch. The Google Atlanta facilities are probably a little smaller than you're picturing. They're one floor of this kind of shared office building, but it still looks like a really neat and fun place to work. The lab itself is, like I said, a lot of fun. It flowed very quickly. It was very interactive and very, very educational. Now I have this whole set of exercises that I can apply to my own channel and make Orange Ranger videos a better YouTube channel. And now I just want to take a minute and tell you guys about my fellow Southern Rangers. Everybody at my table seemed like an awesome creative person, and all their channels seem pretty cool, so check them out. These people are good people. Ask Dr. Joe is a really neat channel that primarily focuses on physical therapy techniques, but also has some cooking videos. In fact, one of those cooking videos helped me remember the name I was having trouble with, as I worked with Brian from this channel, the producer and occasional co-host. The videos look fun and they're incredibly informative and useful, so take a look. Tubular Music is a really neat channel seeking to connect independent musicians and YouTubers. Jared is the guy I worked with from this channel. Saying names in your videos is helpful, thank you guys. Indie musicians are often looking for exposure. YouTubers are often looking for music they can use for free. Tubular Music seeks to be the meeting ground, and so far it's off to a great start. I'm definitely going to be checking out some of their music for use on this very show. If you need some music for your channel, definitely check them out. Sometimes the person's name is in the title of the channel, which also helps. Though he did have to take off on us before the end of the lab, I did spend some time working with Kevin from Kevin316. Kevin316 is a channel that's primarily focused on beatboxing, but there's also some general vlogging tossed in there, and he seems pretty cool, so give it a look. Next up is the lovely Carly, who actually brought 3 channels to the group. The first of those is Carly and Austin, which seems like kind of a little bit of everything channel, cooking, gaming, music, fun times. Austin, Carly and Austin, Austin was also there, but not in our group, representing Those Guys, a pranks channel based right there in Atlanta. Thankfully, I was not pranked while I was there. It turns out that they also have a third channel, Those Gamers, which is just getting off the ground, so check all of those channels out. And last but not least was an interesting addition to our table, someone who also had to leave on us a bit early. Here, I remember his name, but not his title. Dre works for Up TV, a television network focused on family-friendly programming, and while I can't remember his title, it's something to do with basically directing their YouTube presence, and their channel is growing. So, go ahead and just check out Up TV on YouTube and on TV. The YouTube Content Creator Lab was just a fantastic experience, so much so that I'm already thinking about signing up for it and going again. I'm really hopeful that I can use the techniques and exercises that I learned and apply them to this channel and make Orange Ranger videos a better, more entertaining channel for all you heroes out there. May the power protect you, and stay tuned for more Orange Ranger videos on YouTube. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to a bonus... So, of course, I started... But one of the neat things that did happen there is I was lucky enough to be selected to... But one of the things that did happen is that I was lucky enough to test this... One of the lessons they wanted to... In the event... The event went very quickly. It was very interactive. The exercises was good. What the hell am I talking about? In the end, this event was just a real blast. It was a lot of fun to go to. Damn it. In the end, this event was just a real blast. I'm really glad that I went. And now I want to take a quick minute and just let you guys know about all of the other blah, 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 blah. Sometimes the person's name is in the title of the channel, which helps just as much. Though he did have to take on a little bit. Sometimes the name is in the title of the channel and it's not just one of the videos. The YouTube Content Creator Lab was a fantastic experience, so much so that I'm already thinking about going again. The YouTube Content Creator Lab was a fantastic experience, so much so that I'm already thinking about going again.